अवतार मेहर
मेहर
बाबा
बाबा
की जय।
जय।
अवतार
अवतार
बाबा
मेहर
की जय।
बाबा की जय।
अवतार मेहर
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
जय। जय बाबा प्रताप जी।
Jai Baba, Jai Baba, all of you. After 2 weeks, we are coming together again. I had a mind to talk about our programs in Urtari, that is the accident site, second accident near Satara, or the program at Pandharpur, or the program at Nizamabad. But then my son Prashant had just come along with Asim, my grandson who is in Detroit. He has come to India for a vacation, and just now they left. They reminded me that just yesterday or day before we had a Mani's birthday. That was a Mani's birthday, and then I thought of telling you some of the memories of this wonderful sister of Meher Baba. We have a book, God Brother, which has been written by Mani. We used to call her Mani Auntie, and that book contains most of her times with Baba, right from her birth. Everything she has written there. But then, personally, whatever I have seen in Mani, that I'm going to narrate today. There are not many incidents, but then continuously during Baba's stay in Pune, we used to meet her very often. See, in Guruprasad, all the ladies Mandali, except Mani and Dr. Gohar, all the other Mani Mandali used to remain behind the curtain. They were not coming out for any purpose, and we were also not allowed to even peep in, and we never did that. In fact, because we used to keep Baba's wish. Baba wishes that we should not even look at that space where the ladies are there. But then the freedom was to Mani, who used to come and talk with us, and also Dr. Gar, who used to come and talk with us. So in Guru Prasad, right from the earlier period means prior to Guru Prasad, I had not much acquaintance with Mani. It is only after Baba stayed in Guru Prasad that from 1959 onwards, I had a very close relation with Mani. She used to talk very freely, and always both Mani and Dr. Gohar, they would inquire about our welfare always. If I am little bit sick, he will immediately point out that what has happened to you. And then Gaur would also show much anxiety about their health problems. After Baba dropped his body, the we came much closer to money. Of course, during Baba's time also were there, but after Baba dropped his body, then in fact, Erech and Mani were the only people who were with us to remind us or to revive the memories of Baba's time. And the sessions in Mirazad, I used to attend many times, but at least once a month I used to attend. So both Mani on one side and Erech on one another side, they used to tell numerous memories about Baba's time, especially the time in new life. And as we know that Mani was the best actress, really. Her gestures were very, at times, funny and very sharp, sharp expressions. So anytime, supposing in Mehrazad especially, if you find that many of the ladies have gathered together and there is a big laughter, loud laughter, you have to take for granted that there must be Mani sitting along with that because her her nature was so very humorous, so very humorous. In very small incidents, she will create some. In fact, I feel that in this family of Meher Baba's father, that is my imagination. I have not seen him, but Meher Baba's father must have a good sense of humor. I feel so. Meher Baba, no question. Everybody knows that he was full of humor. In fact, if one is expecting that we are going to a say, very high spiritual personality and there will be a very serious atmosphere, very serious atmosphere, and we have to keep our faces very serious. If we think that way, it would be entirely wrong because atmosphere around Baba used to be so very agile, so very lively. Baba used to keep it so very lively. So that nature has come in Jal. Jal was also a very humorous person, and of course, Mani. These were the center of attractions for all the Baba lovers. Jal, of course,
take a while.
During Guruprasad times, whenever Jal, we happen to meet Jal several times. So he will talk something about some humorous story. He was really very humorous person, and he has lot of things, lot of humorous stories with him. Once I had told him one story, and he had to make by heart just to tell to Baba. And every time he meets me, he will tell me, Pratap, you just repeat that story. And I used to repeat that story. That was the relation that was created in of we people and all the Baba's brothers and sisters. I really have a very sweet memories of that time. See, when Baba dropped his body, and we were really so very sad every time whenever we go to Mirazad. We won't like to, I mean, just express our joy because at every time we go there, that to see that chair vacant, it was unbearable for us. But then that gap was filled in by money and age, and they used to tell so many beautiful stories about Baba. After a couple of years, we started staging programs during the Amartiti time. And our program, the Poona Bhajan programs, they used to be very inspiring programs, very inspiring programs. One program was there that we had presented all the avataric adverts, right, starting from Zoroaster and ending with Meher Baba. And every advent, there is a poetic. The whole story was poetic in a poetic language. In fact, I am not have I don't have that capacity to write poetically, but then I do not know how I could write that in a poetic form. The advent of Jesus, advent of Zoroaster, that was with poetry. Then there was one song praising the time of Zoroaster. Just before that, there will be conversation in between two boys. What is the message of Zoroaster? And thereafter, Ram, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, and Muhammad Paigambar, and then ultimately Meher Baba. Every avatar advent was accompanied by this song, a beautiful song, a beautiful song. So they used to be there, and they used to, money used to be very keen observant. Any lack in that, he would just point out very calm and quietly, lovingly. But then there were very few occasions of such a lack because we were taking utmost care. In fact, that was so very naturally coming to us. The children were very small, very young children. They were right from 4 years to 12, 13 years. That is the range of the children. And all the avatars were presented in the through its children, small children who cannot even properly stand. That was the time. And money used to be so very happy, so very happy. She would come after the program, she would come along with Behra, and every child they will greet, and then many occasions they will have a picture along with the whole group of children. And Mani used to appreciate so much. She had a very keen observation. Thereafter, we had staged Baba's life. Baba, presented the Sadgurus, starting from Baba Jan, then Narayan Maharaj, then Tajuddin Baba, then Sai Baba and Upasana Maharaj. In this drama also, every Sadguru was presented through a song. And the songs were, I don't know how they came to be composed by me, but then they were so very beautiful, uh, so very touching. And before that, just starting to the presentation of the Sadhgurus, I had a little explanation in the introduction that in the case of other people, the role of the Sadhguru is different. Whereas in the case of Avatar, the role of Sadhguru is entirely different. In the case of other people, the Sadhgurus help the spiritual progress of a aspirant. Whereas in the case of Avatar, these five Sadhgurus bring down that God in the human form, putting a veil of what we call some type of samskara, that is, I'm sorry, So under that samskara, they bring him down, and then they have the process of declaring him to the humanity, the avatar. That is the bringing him down to the normal consciousness, and then this process is conducted by the Sadhgurus. When I presented this difference in the Sadhguru's in relation to avatar and the Sadhguru's in relation to aspirants, money came and just embraced me and said that, Pratap, this is very beautiful differentiation you have made, and it is very correct. She appreciated it very much. Every program, every program, whenever we used to present there, Mani used to be feel very happy. Even Mehrab also used to read, and they always used to be together. So they both will. We had a lot of appreciation for the children. For me, they even Mehra was, then we could meet Mehra. So Mehra also was very appreciative, so very appreciating all the programs, all the children programs. She used to love them very much. And this this reputation of the children had spread throughout India, and then thereafter many centers have adapted this method of presenting the programs to the children. In fact, I have also helped in such programs. I like children program. I like to work with the children. Very much like, in fact, that's my hobby. So that time had a very wonderful time. Once we had presented one drama wherein a person, a boy, she explains how he has come under a evil eye. In Marathi it is said nazar lagli, or in Hindi also they say that nazar lag gayi. किसी को नजर लग गई, यानी somebody has caught up with that evil eye. When we presented this before in Mehrabad, we are presented in one of our cities, but then we also presented it in Mehrabad once, and this whole thing was translated by ARH, because there were so many Westerners who were sitting there, and ARH translated. In fact, every statement that we were narrating, we were telling that the subject matter was that one is a child is born, he's free from all the bondages. Thereafter, the people put bondage of the religious what they call some sort of a Mohammedan, then Hindu, they have that have a holy thread, and then Mohammedans, they have different things. They amongst Christian there is baptism. They put this binding on that child. Thereafter, the child goes to school. They ask for his religion, and they ask for his subcaste. And the father says that our religion is humanity, human religion, and our caste is humanity. And that teacher says that we don't have this caste, and she throws away that application. They said fill it properly. That means the child has been contracted from different sides. That was the theme of that whole. Ultimately, it comes to a stage when there's a question answer, They see that there may not be such things in spiritual life, and the boy says that no, spiritual is more of that than the other life. And in that, the discussion was that the devotees of Shiva, they have a white what should I say, uh, like this tilak, and Vishnu, it is like that state. That is the differentiation. And Shaivas and Vaishnavas and this is different. So in spirituality also there is this sort of a differentiation. That was the theme of that program. After many days, Drishtalagali. Drishtalagali means I had come under the evil eye. Once it so happened that Mani was very sick. She was hospitalized. And then we used to receive the update of her health at our center. And I was feeling very keen about it. Mani has loved us very much. I was very keen about it. And once when after she was discharged from the hospital, I went there and she was sitting on a wheelchair. I just went before her and said, Jai Baba. And I said, Mani, you were sick for such a long time. And jokingly, what she says to me, I will just say it in Marathi or Hindi. काय झालंय? Like this action. Drishti lagali, drishti lagali, drishti lagali. That means I have come under the evil eye, evil eye, evil eye. In that condition also, she didn't forget about her humorous nature. In spite of the fact that she was discharged from the hospital with a very serious condition. That was Mani. And when we were to go during Baba's time, when we were to go to Hamirpur, there were invitations for the Poona Bhajan Mandali. One was from UP, Uttar Pradesh, northern India, and another was from Andhra. And Baba has called, I still remember that scenery. In the morning, Baba called all the Bhajan Mandali members. And Baba is sitting on a chair. We were standing on one side, and Mani and Gover were standing on the other side. And Baba is explaining to us, Madhusudan, our leader, elder people, that there are two invitations for you people. They have been, your reputation has gone, the reputation because one thing that we had our own songs composed by Madhusudan. He had composed a lot of songs, and it was all the entire people were singers. It was a fully equipped bhajan mandali, table wala, then harmonium player and everything was with us. And because Baba has liked this group, so the people were curious to invite us, and that invitation had come from UP, Uttar Pradesh or Northern India, and Andhra Pradesh. And Baba has put that question to us, saying that UP is my heart. Hamirpur, that is Hamirpur is my heart, whereas Andhra is my intellect. Now it is for you to choose where to go first. And money and both Gover, they intervene and they said, this Baba, this Bhajan Mandali should go to Hamirpur because she is explaining when Baba had visited Hamirpur, the experience of that time. Baba is taken in procession through the narrow lanes of villages, different villages, and stopping at every house. They wave arati. So that song which Madhusudana composed on Lord Krishna, Aye re, Gokul ke fir se Sabariya. That song she remained one incident. In fact, that song was so very appropriate to the scenery which we have witnessed in UP. And we recommend that you visit or the northern India. And so we visited northern India. Afterwards, of course, in 1963 or so, we went to Andhra also. And many times thereafter, I went to Andhra. Our group went to Andhra. But then that was the recommendation of Money and Gover. They just put that whole picture, how the procession used to go through the narrow lanes and how the ladies with their face and behind the sari, they used to have wave Baba's arti. All that description was given to us, and then we visited, and it was really wonderful trip for us. After we had a session with everyone, they asked how were our experiences and all that, and it was to be nice time for us. That was because of the recommendation, strong recommendation for Money and also Gover. Now, since I have said that in the latter time when she was very sick, once I had gone with my wife. Baba was not there. Baba dropped his body. When I had gone with my wife, she used to love my wife very much because the after the choice which was approved by Mayor Baba, she was made to meet all the ladies, and Money used to, even Money, Gover and Mera, they used to meet her very much love. I do not know how that atmosphere love for us was created in among the ladies and even gents. So when we went there, and my wife went to meet Money, she just held her like this and said, "When I see you, we remember the days of Guruprasad. We remember those days." Somehow behind that smiling face, there was agony. When she was bedridden, practically in Mirazad, and when I came to know about it, this Hedel was taking care of her. She was much with attending to her, and I wrote a letter, a very emotional letter to Money, in which what I had expressed is that during Baba's time, we were so very involved in Baba. And because Baba used to like us, Baba used to love us. And that is why even all the Mandali people, we have received so much of love from all of them, from Erech and from Mani and from Bera and from Baidul and from Vishnu Master and Manu. Dr. Nidu, all the people, they used to love us very much. So when I wrote to her a letter that after Baba, we were so very emotionally involved in every member of Baba's Mandali. When we met them, it was a solace for us. And now, one by one, we are getting deprived of their sahavas or their closeness. And I feel very much dejected because of when I hear about your health, it brings much emotional pressure on me. I wrote a letter, and thereafter, when I went sometime, no, after Mani passed away, that letter I had written. When Mani passed away, I was 50 miles away from my house at Prashant. Prashant brought me the news that Mani is no more. Immediately, I just packed up and started for Berabad. And Prashant also sent a message to the office that he's going to somewhere. And he took me, both of us proceeded to Merabad. And here, my other family members who were in Pune, they had already reached there for the last rites of Mani. They had already reached there. And we were on the way. And Erech was frequently inquiring with my second son whether Pratap has come. And then I reached in time. And of course, thereafter, when Erech knew that I have arrived, thereafter he said that no, we can put that fire, put the body to fire. And so it was all over. Now, afterwards, once when I went there, this Hurdle, she told me, Pratap, you had written a very emotional letter to Mani. I read it. She was lying on a bed. I read it to her. And she asked for that letter. After completing that letter, completely hearing that letter, she asked for that letter. She put her on breast, he put on chest, and lie down, closing her eyes. When I heard this, it was very emotional time for me. And perhaps that may be the reason why Erech was frequently asking whether Pratap has arrived. As we know that her body was put to fire, when the smoke was coming out, there were two saintly persons passing through the road, and looking at that smoke which is coming out, they said somebody very high spiritual person must have died. They said, they were telling each other, and somebody from us heard them saying so. And then he told us that those two were discussing like this, that some great soul must have been burnt here now. So that is all about money. It is every time we will never forget. Many times I just do get remember when I am alone. All these memories come to my mind, and I become very much emotional. Even age time, even money, and then Gover. They were very dear people for us. We were so much closely involved in them. And now I should not say, but now when I go to Merazat, I feel very dry. I should not. In fact, Baba's presence is always there. But looking at this whole atmosphere, I I feel something lacking. Lately, I had gone long ago when when this Casey, I think Casey, name is Casey. She was there. I very lovingly, she was sitting very close to me. She had tears in her eyes when I was singing. So these people are there. Davana is also there. I know them personally. They know me personally, and it is a gathering of love. For a quite long time, there has been big gap. There has been a very big gap because of the corona. Even we are not able to present our programs in during Amar Tithi. All the programs were being held on what you call what is the word? And this is after so many years that this year there has been a live program there. But then all the other times, in spite of the fact that we were not allowed to go, and then 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 of course on 31st January, I used to go along with my son, the family, and spend my time, morning time, the silence time, especially the silence period, 15 minutes silence. We used to spend there, and then we'll come back. That still not a year was missed. Earlier to that, I do not know whether you know or not, but Prakash is knowing that I have probably in my leg, I have to walk with the help of a walker. Lately, when I visited this Udtare, that Panchagani cave, is very tough climbing. But I ventured to climb with the help of two boys, strong boys. They took me right up to the cave. in spite of the fact that my leg was getting some pains, but still then I ventured to go and pray there, join there in the prayers. I am very much grateful to Baba that he has made it possible for me. Now, last time when I went to Nizamabad, you know the Nizamabad center, I will tell you next time. Nizamabad is on the hill. And even for going for a toilet, you have to climb up or get down to climb up. Every time. And it's very steep slope. But then children, the young boys, they arrange for the wheelchair. They used to carry me on the wheelchair. If they have slipped, then I would have gone. But then they took utmost care to take me. Anyway, this is a very, what should I say, very beautiful life that we have passed. A very, I feel what more is like, what more we aspire to go in this life. We have received so much of love from Godman Meher Baba and also his Mandali, and also Baba loves all around. What more we want? In fact, in my life, I cared for monetary gains. I have managed, even my wife has managed within whatever I was getting as a salary. She was managing everything. So I had no problem as regards the monetary side is concerned. It was left to her, but she used to manage very nicely. She never used to spend on her own. This has been a life which, a beautiful life, a very joyful life that I have led. And I express my thanks to all those who have given me that much of love, including all you listeners. All you listeners. Now today I will just, there is still time, but I will sing a little, a small song, a ghazal, and then we may have Aarti, and then I will finish up today's topic. Anybody has anything to say, they are welcome to raise any query or express themselves, whatever they feel. So please give me some sort of a response from you.
Any questions, anybody? So please feel free to ask, Pratapji.
I have one question. Meher Kiran here. So my question is, I heard like Baba mentioned, Hamirpur is my heart and Andhra is my mastak.
Yes.
Was that the first instance, or is that when he said that? When he said to you, when you had to decide between the two places, is that the first ever time he said that thing, or was it said before also by Baba?
That exact what you want from me is a reaction as to what Baba said. Is that so, or something else? Please
No,
repeat it.
I'm just thinking this way, Pratapji. What I'm thinking, so Baba has said, Hamirpur is my heart and Andhra is my mastak. And
Yes.
I always thought, what was the context when he said that, like in which situation he said that. But now I'm hearing that you had a choice of two centers for your program, and then he said that in that way, right? You can choose either, or he's saying that one is heart, one is my mind. So now it leads me to think, is that when he first said that?
According to me, the context was, in fact, every place, Andhra region or the Hamirpur region or the Maharashtra region, they have their own speciality. As Hamirpur has its speciality, the people are not very rich. In a village, there is only one person is called Jamindar, and then all the other are just servants. And in spite of that, they just gather together whatever they can contribute, and in form of anaj, in form of food grains, or in other form, and then they hold big melas. That is in Hamirpur. And people, in spite of their financial conditions, they try to do that. This is about Hamirpur. But as regard the Andhra is concerned, whatever people in Andhra, Baba lovers, whatever people, they have a reasoning for all their programs, or a reasoning for whatever they do. But according to me, there is one another. The Baba said, Andhra is my head. That means every aspect of work, they apply their intellect. Now, take for example this creation of this Kovur Baba's Mera Sthan, that along with that Murti, and the proposal was to do it with some sort of a traditional puja and all that, to which Baba discouraged that. And there is a beautiful correspondence between Mera Zat and that person who was taking the lead of having these ceremonial performances. That sort of a thing is in Andhra. But then there is one specialty for Andhra. And according to me, that really a great specialty. For whatever, whenever any problem of money comes, Andhra has helped that activity. Andhra people, they have money, but they have also will to spend that money for Baba's cause. This way may not find in, or else we can find it less in other parts. But in Andhra, they lavishly spend for any Baba's cause. The examples I tell you, a beautiful examples I tell you, for Poona Center's creation, when Baba had sent Jal, Baba's brother, Jal has collected. Why Baba sent to Andhra? Because Baba knew that Andhra people are generous in giving donations. At the time of Bairamangala Center, K.K. Ramkrishna's first approach Chinta Sarvarao, and that Chinta Sarvarao took a checkbook, he signed and gave it to Ramakrishna, blank check, asking you to put whatever amount he wants to put. To which Ramakrishna said, I have not come for this. I have come that you should become the chairman of our trust. Then third example, I will tell you about the service program. Baba was lavishly spending money. Vishnu Master was all the time under pressure that how to provide his money. Baba is not allowing anybody to ask for money. And then some shortage to fill up the shortage. Baba had selected few people, a list of about five people, and asked them to send the amount of 10,000 or something. All the people sent that amount. When Dr. Kanak Dandi heard about it, learnt about it, that Baba is in need of money, he sent a telegram to Baba. Baba, please allow me to send you the amount which you require. Without asking, Baba's asking, he himself offers to pay that amount. Baba allowed him, that money came, but Baba didn't spend it. All the other requirements were fulfilled, but Baba spent it. I do not know what they have done with the money, but then this is the fact. This is the difference in but so every region has its own speciality. So this is a specialty for Andhra. They for the cause of their Baba, they will just spend. But the traditional part of it still there, lingering in their minds. I do not claim that in UP also this traditional part must have gone from the minds of the people. But then, in spite of the financial conditions, the people do whatever they can do in UP. So that perhaps that may be the reason why Baba has called UP to be his heart and Andhra to be his head. Now UP, these people from UP, they have just to have made a very big show of this differentiation that Baba has made. They have taken to be a very prestigious remark about themselves. This has happened in the case of that Baba declaring in that area as Avatar Mir Baba Ki Jai. That was in UP. So for their own happiness or own joy, they declare like that. They give a weightage to such things. But then Baba knew who contains what, who possesses what. And according to Baba used to treat. When Baba visited Andhra, the crowd used to be, my God, very big crowds, and through those crowds, so many good souls have come in Baba's contact. At the same time, there was some sort of a differences in between themselves. That is why that KDRM Baba had dissolved that.
Yeah.
That element of ego, that may be the reason that was there, that may be the reason. But it is everywhere. At some places it is coming out very conspicuously, whether some people it must be hidden, but it is always there. The habit of glorifying your own things is always there.
Yeah.
I am not very sure whether you are satisfied with
Yeah.
this observation.
Yeah, I think it answers. It says that Baba has said this in the context overall, and it also applied in your situation. Luckily, you had two
Exactly. 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 Yes. Yes.
Thanks.
Uh, anybody else? We are coming to the. I'll just take Aarti. Will that do?
Sure, Pratapji. Yes, yes.
Chalo.
Yes.
I will sing.
Oh, Rosalie, you have a question?
All right. I thought you were going to sing a song before the arti, a ghazal before the arti, right?
That's what I thought he said, but
Short song before we sing.
आधी गझल म्हणा आणि मग आरती म्हणा.
You want me to sing ghazal and then Aarti?
Yeah.
All
Like
right. All right. This ghazal was presented before Baba and Guruprasad by one by name Mohan Saigal. His voice was very similar to that great Saigal, the singer, cinema song, very famous. So this man's voice was also very much similar, and he was very polite. Baba is like, तसव्वुर में महफिल सजाते सजाते, तसव्वुर में महफिल सजाते सजाते सहर हो गई है उन्हें आते आते, उन्हें आते आते, उन्हें आते आते, तसव्वुर में महफिल सजाते सजाते सहर हो गई है उन्हें आते आते, उन्हें आते आते आते, उन्हें आते आते. What she says is that I have passed my time in thinking only about him, about my beloved, and he has not come. And there is the whole days have gone without his presence. शमे गम कटी किस तरह न पूछो, शमे गम कटी, शमे गम कटी किस तरह न पूछो, अरमुए न पूछो, सितारों से बातें बनाते बनाते, सितारों से बातें बनाते बनाते शहर हो गई है उन्हें आते आते आते, how I spend my night, I cannot explain it. Don't ask me how I could have passed my life. I was just talking with the stars. The whole night I was talking with the stars. That was the pastime which I adopted. गुजर जाए जिंदगी काश यूं ही, गुजर जाए जिंदगी काश यूं ही, अब काश यूं किसी बेवफा को मनाते मनाते, किसी बेवफा को मनाते मनाते शहर हो गई है, उन्हें आते 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 उन्हें आते. She says that my life will pass like this only. I will keep on requesting, praying for His presence, and my whole life will spend in that requesting or praying to the one who has become so very unfaithful. सवर जाए सवर जाए बिगड़ा मुकद्दर, सवर जाए बिगड़ा मुकद्दर, बिगड़ा मुकद्दर. जरा एक नजर देखना जाते जाते, जरा एक नजर देखना जाते जाते शहर हो गई है, उन्हें आते आते. What she says is to the beloved, my life will be saved. Just give me a glimpse while going away from me. Just have a glimpse at me. My fate will be improved. My fate will be saved. मरीज़े मोहब्बत अभी दम ही तोड़ा, अभी दम ही तोड़ा. बड़ी देर की मेहरबान आते आते, बड़ी देर की मेहरबान आते आते शहर हो गई है, उन्हें आते आते उन्हें आते आते उन्हें आते. The sick, I have been sick because of separation from you, and just now, waiting for your coming, just now I have breathed my last, and you have come so very late to me. You have reached very late. I have already gone away. Then breathe my last. पयाम अपनी कश्ती जो तूफान से खेले, पयाम अपनी कश्ती जो तूफान से खेले, जो तूफान से खेले, जो तूफान से खेले, जो डूबी किनारे लगाते लगाते, जो डूबी किनारे लगाते लगाते शहर हो गई है, उन्हें आते 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 उन्हें आते आते उन्हें आते आते. तसव्वुर में महफिल सजाते सजाते शहर हो गई है, उन्हें आते आते उन्हें आते 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 उन्हें आते आते. The last stanza she says that my boat was moving, waving like on the shore, and because of that waves, it was drowned. It could not reach the other end, other shore. It could reach, it got drowned. That is a beautiful composition. The name of the poet is Payam. I do not know the other name, but it's a beautiful composition which that Mohan Saigal had presented before Baba. Baba liked it very much. So now we have Aarti now.
Yes, Arti.
Whether there is a sanction from you for Aarti.
Adi Saketana.
Thank you.
आधी सचेतन
Adi Sachin. जिसकी सृष्टि का निर्माण उसकी देवी अनंतता का कैसे हो अनुमान आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन अमो ब्रह्म आवो मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनावो मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनावो मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनावो प्रेम दीप में ये जलाओ प्रेम दीप में ये जलाओ निबुल अंधेरा मिटता पाओ निबुल अंधेरा मिटता पाओ अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाओ अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाओ तुम मुझे खो सरकाओ मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ जीवन की हर सांस हमारी जीवन की हर सांस हमारी बन जाए प्रभु गति तुम्हारी बन जाए प्रभु गति तुम्हारी हे करुणा कर लीलाधारी हे करुणा कर लीलाधारी तुम करुणा बरसाओ मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ बने आरती जीवन मेरा बने आरती जीवन मेरा आदि अंत का लय हो घेरा आदि अंत का लय हो घेरा फूले नयन और दिखे सवेरा फूले नयन और दिखे सवेरा, तुम मुझ में छा जाओ, मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ। आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन, आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन, नमो ब्रह्म आवो, मेरा प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेरा प्रभु आरती अपनाओ, मेरे प्रभु आरती अपनाओ। अवतार मेहर बाबा की
की
जय।
Thank you. Pratap.
Thank you so much, Pratap ji.
जय बाबा।
Yeah, you must be tired by now. Yeah.
Wonderful to see you again, Pratapji. Wonderful that every Friday is special. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Any questions?
We
Anybody?
missed you, Pratap.
Yeah, we did.
You were gone and we missed you.
We missed you म्हणते.
Where is your grandson in school? You said
Sorry?
he's away at college. Where is your grandson going to college?
कोणत्या कॉलेजला? असीम. जॉब करतो सांग.
He
असीम.
is in Ford Motors. Ford Motors.
Oh, he's actually working. Yeah. Yeah.
Detroit. He is working in Ford Motors, Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's working in Detroit.
I think he had recently come to Myrtle Beach.
Oh,
He had
nice.
visited Myrtle Beach very recently.
Oh.
Nice.
A good
So-
time there. Yes.
So he's not
And
far.
my
We're in
sorry,
Chicago. I live in Chicago, so Detroit is not far.
Mhm.
शिकागोत राहते.
We're in
Chicago.
Chicago, so he should come and visit.
he was here. I told him that you just show your face. So that
Is he shy?
and then sometime next I will call him and show his face.
Sure.
Yeah, and thank you for your stories and your songs. So beautiful. So wonderful.
Thank you for staying up late for us.
Yeah.
Time for you to go to bed.
So that's all. Take Baba's name and then
All right.
Utar, Meher,
Hey, Baba.
Baba ki
Jai.
Utar,
Baba ki
Jai.
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 Hey Baba. Thank you very much,
Hey,
Pratap. Hey Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba.